chaotic. It's going to be a mess. Hi everyone, hello, welcome to another vlog. If you're new here, hi, my name is SD. I am a 17-year-old artist. So I can already tell this vlog is going to be chaotic. It's going to be a mess because this is a very last minute thing that I have decided to do. Let me explain what is going to be going on in this video. So yesterday I was scrolling on Instagram and I got a post that basically said that there's gonna be an exposition on Saturday. Saturday is International Women's Day, which is March 8th. So I was like, okay, I'm a woman, and the only requirement was that you were above the age of 15 and you are a resident of the city that we're in. So I said, all right, let me take part in this. Like, it's for a good cause, you know. I take pride in being a woman, so I registered, and literally just an hour ago I got the confirmation that I got in because it was limited, only a few people can take part in it. So I was really happy, but I only have until Thursday to come up with an idea. Right now it's Tuesday, so I have until Thursday to come up with an idea, sketch, and a medium that I'm gonna do it in. So just a little rundown. The piece has to be 60 by 60 centimeters. I don't know how much that is in inches, but it's like pretty big. It's not really big. I've done bigger pieces, but it's pretty big. So with that in mind, I have to make my sketch the size of the canvas, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do it in, like what I'm going to use to paint, because obviously it has to be physical, and the only exception is that you can't use oil paint, but that's no problem for me because I don't use oil paint. I'm not patient enough for it, so you know, it's fine. I need to figure it out. I don't know if I'm gonna use acrylic or watercolor or both or nothing. I don't know. I don't even have any idea of what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna figure that out today. We're gonna make the sketch today and hopefully get the whole idea today. Obviously the piece has to be about International Women's Day and about women. Yeah, I want to get that done today because tomorrow I have a very busy day. So I'm hoping get the main idea done today, and then tomorrow just do the little finishing touches. But on Thursday, basically, I need to be there from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. That's the only period of time that I have, which is like 8 to 9 hours. So I think it's enough time. But again, I'm gonna see. I need to make it not super complicated so I can finish it in time. But we're gonna see how it goes, and I need to come up with an idea, which is scary, but you know, let's begin. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a voiceover for this portion of the video just so you can understand what is going on here and my thought process behind this sketch, my idea, and everything. So I ended up waiting till the night before I had to go paint to come up with the idea and the sketch. And if that's not procrastination at its peak, I don't know what is. But I was really tired, so I was just kind of doing this as quickly as possible. But the sketch that I'm tracing, I made while I was in the car on my way home, and I had this idea of this woman being in the middle, and the main protagonist of all of my art is always a woman. Like there always has to be a human in every piece that I do, or else I feel like it's just boring. This is a woman. She doesn't have pupils, I guess. Well, her pupils are taking all of her eye. She is holding this orb kind of thing, and this orb is supposed to be La Marcha, which is basically a thing that is really big in Mexico. I'm sure maybe it's big in other places, but it's a very big thing in all of Mexico that women basically go around the city in a huge group or groups and I guess protest. And I thought it would be a great thing to just show that in this piece. So she's holding that, and at the end of the piece you will kind of see how that did not work out, but I'll talk about that later. And I had this idea of like this mask coming apart from her face and the mask being like other faces. So they gave me a bit of trouble, so I ended up not recording the rest of the process on my camera, but you will see the process that I got from the actual speed paint of the piece. But these faces were just giving me a lot of trouble. I didn't know what to make them at first. I was like, okay, should I just make them these like random girls as well, or what should I do? And I eventually ended up with the idea of making the left side be the face of a little young girl and the face of the right side being an old woman, just to represent all of the different age groups in women. So you can see I completely forgot to record the whole start of my sketch, but here I was technically already halfway, if not almost done with my sketch, but they had us painting, or I guess drawing outside, and it was honestly a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm gonna say it here and now, I did not get as much footage as I wanted to and as I intended to. And there are several reasons for that. First of all, they had us painting outside, which I just am not comfortable enough yet to just vlog outside. And I was alone. I was alone with a bunch of strangers, and not only that, but there was people constantly passing by and looking at your work or commenting on your work, which was fine. It was nice. They had the best intentions, I get it, but I just wasn't comfortable taking my camera out and doing all of that. And the second reason was because I broke my tripod the day before I came and painted, so I did not have anything to set my camera on. So I'm sorry that I did not get as much footage as this piece probably deserved, or I guess this event deserved. But they had us drawing and painting outside, and it started getting a little windy, and I started thinking that this was gonna be bad, because I would look up at the sky and you can see the sky is so gloomy. But more on that a little bit later. I started painting the background, which took me a long time, and they took this huge screen out and they just started giving us a whole show. And at some point it indeed got super duper windy, and they had, again, some more people singing or playing instruments for us. And as soon as they brought us in, they gave us lunch, which is so nice. I'm so glad they did. I brought some snacks, but I did not think that they were gonna provide us with food, and they did. So here I was just munching on my food, having my lunch. And after that, I got back to painting and listening to some music, which honestly, it was a really nice thing that they played music live for us, because I genuinely just thought I'm just gonna put my headphones on this whole entire time and focus on my work. But I think it was really nice to have just people singing and playing live for us. So let me talk about this piece. You can't see anything again, but you can see that I'm using lots of purples and pinks, of course, because I just feel like it goes a lot with the theme. And to contrast the purples and the pinks, I also use a little hint of yellow in some parts. And you can't even see the piece, but trust me, it was looking nice. Again, I wish I could have done a little bit more on it. I wish I could have, I guess, rendered it more and just made it a lot better. But again, I only had 8 hours, which sounds like a lot, but it was not enough time. Here you can see this is how it was looking. Again, more music and all of that. at this point, my parents arrived, and you can see that I told my dad to vlog for me, just so you can see at least a little bit of what I'm working on. And my parents arriving told me that I had probably like an hour left to work on this piece, so I had to hurry up. And as you can see, I still needed to finish the line art and do the orb, and it was a little bit stressful. I ended up completely changing the orb to be something else because there's no way that I was going to finish. In fact, I did not finish in time, and everyone left, and I was told like, okay, you can stay until like 6 p.m. because that's the time that this place closes, and once you're done, just like turn it in and whatnot. So that ended up happening, but I was still rushing, and I changed the orb and I made it just yellow with the female symbol on it. And after 8 hours of painting and lots of back pain, this was the final result. We just came out of the exposition, and it was a very simple exposition. It's gonna be there until March 17th, I believe, so it's gonna be there for a while. I am going to get the piece back until then, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with the piece. It's honestly kind of big, so I guess I have from now until March 17th to figure out where to put it. But that is going to be it for this video, for this vlog. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want more vlogs of me painting and having these opportunities, I will make sure to make them. Let's hope that I get more opportunities to do things like this, because I think it's really fun and I love to bring you guys along, and it makes great content. So let's hope for more opportunities like this for me. And if you guys have any video ideas for the future or something that you want to see in the future, do let me know, and I will make sure to incorporate them into my videos. And again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.